One more time before we close out day 2 of chess at the Esports World Cup. It is Armageddon. Duda versus Abdusattorov. Twisted Minds versus Navi. And one game to decide who will move on to the quarterfinals and who will get his key crushed on this stage straight after the game. The stage is set. We're getting ready for the match now. What do we think these players will have bid? Do we still think 6 minutes is a bit too much? They were using time pretty much equally in the first 2 games, so I feel like maybe risk averse is the way to go.
How low can you go? That's the big question to get the black pieces. I say nothing below 7 minutes should be legal.
Yeah, Group D, the group of death, we've been calling it. It will be the death of someone's chances here in Riyadh. But ultimately, there have been no clues as to who the better, more informed player is today. They've just been equally impressive.
Well, we're going to be tipping the scales slightly in just a moment because one of these players is going to get draw odds. A draw would be the equivalent of a win for them, and we can now reveal that the bids, again, extremely close, not quite 4 seconds, but very close. It is Duda who will be playing with 7 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock. So he will be playing with the black pieces, but critically, if the game is a draw, Duda will advance. Nordberg Abdusattorov bid 7 minutes 25 seconds, just 7 seconds more, but it was enough to lose the bid, so he'll start with the white pieces and have 10 minutes, but it's a must-win situation.
And guess what? He's been there before. This is his second Armageddon of the day.
Yep.
This is the second time he starts with the white pieces, and
Absolutely.
we all know how the first one went, taking down a Fabiano Caruana. Can Nordberg do it again? These are the 2 giant slayers. Both have defeated Fabi to get to where they are right now.
Yeah, if he stuck to his bid from earlier against Fabiano Caruana, Nordberg just went a few seconds lower, he would have won this bid. He would have got the black pieces. 7 minutes plus is the sweet spot, but that experience earlier today of an Armageddon, especially with the white pieces, must win. He was successful. You would think that that tips it slightly in Nordberg's favor, but here we go. We're off. It's the 4 knights defense again, and look at this. Early decision, early sacrifice for black and a mouse slip.
No! He had to push that pawn 1 step forward. Is he going to resign? Jan Krzysztof Duda with a mouse slip. He has eliminated. Unbelievable.
For the first time, a mouse slip instantly decides the outcome of the game at the Esports World Cup. This is an occupational hazard for esports all over the world, but this is the first time we've seen it in such a crunch situation in the Armageddon game. This nobody was expecting.
Wow, this is a normal opening trap. Black temporarily sacrifices a piece only to push a pawn with a fork and win it back on the next move. Quick action replay here. Knight takes pawn is a sacrifice. Knight takes e4, recaptured, pawn to d5, wins back the material with a level position. Pawn to d6, he's just a piece down. He gives up though. Incredible drama.
This is absolute heartbreak to see Jan Krzysztof Duda after the fights that he's had here in Riyadh to go out like this. But you know what? Mouse skills. That is all part of the battle here at the Esports World Cup. Nordberg Abdusattorov, what a gift this has been.
That is unbelievable. And the pressure, look, the pressure gets to everyone. In high pressure situations, in all sorts of esports, you get mouse slips, you get someone clicking before they should, maybe peeking a corner that they shouldn't have, a little bit too early. This is the equivalent in chess. People saying there might be comparisons with that. This is exactly the sort of situation you need to avoid.
I've never seen this before in my career. I'm surprised he even resigned. There was a chance that Nordberg would have let him off there and given him a reprieve, saying, okay, let's play on as if the game had not been kind of seeing that mouse slip and as if it were normal, but wow, I'm lost for words.
With so much on the line, do you let them off at that point or do you take advancing to the quarterfinals? We won't know because it was a resignation. Let's go over now to a very interesting interview indeed for Nordberg.
Yeah, last game of the day. I'm just going to ask you straight away, brother, because that just hit us all like a truck. What were you thinking when you seen him very clearly mouse slip? You guys were back and forth those first 2 games. What was going through your head?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite unbelievable what happened right now. Yeah, I mean, in general, I'm very happy to qualify for the finals, final 8. Yeah, this has been incredibly tough way. Yeah, I think it's gonna be even tougher at the finals.
Top 8, baby! Top 8! You were telling me beforehand, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I can't believe I beat Fabiano. Top 8! I'm excited.
I mean, taking down the number 3 in the world and then qualifying now to top 8, it has to be an incredible feeling for you, but you were already talking about how difficult that next step is going to be. So I have to ask you, your next 4 opponents, it's either Magnus Carlsen, Arjun Erigaisi, Levan Aronian, or Alireza Firouzja. Is there any, I mean, I think it goes without saying you'd like to avoid Magnus Carlsen maybe, but is there anyone that you'd like to play?
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, a rematch against Magnus would be also great, I think.
I mean, look, listen, the storyline would be phenomenal if we had you against Magnus Carlsen, but congratulations, top 8 at the Esports World Cup. No one could have expected something like that to happen within the first couple of minutes, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. This is the way chess goes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our final 8 at the Esports World Cup. Gentlemen, boys and girls in the studio, tell us, what in the world just happened? Break it down.
I'm rooting for you, man.